Hey everyone, how are you doing? My name is Anthony.
And my name is Ray.
And today we're going to be talking about our wish list for the future of the Digimon TCG, what mechanics we want to see, cards we want to see, just generally what we hope for in the game. So Ray, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we want. It's almost Christmas.
Christmas, we're about to get EX01 in Christmas.
Right? We already have like an idea of like what we're gonna get thanks to BT7 already being released and everything, but there's still a couple of things that we do want to see in the future. Some of my wish list items already got fulfilled, so I'm not mad. I already wanted Susanamon to come out. Mm-hmm. And Papa Bandai actually gave them to me, and also
in a bow.
In a nice little bow that says alternate art. And also there's the other one that I really wanted was Top Deck Shenanigans, and we got that in green. So I'm a green player. I'll be playing the heck out of green on BT7 as well. But to start us off, something that me and Anthony really want to see that we're starting to see a little bit more and more of, which we're gonna see very prevalent on EX01, but we still want more because we don't think it's enough. What we really want is support for Black.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether that's with new mechanics, new ways to remove other Digimon, we just want to see Black flourish, right? Mm-hmm. I remember talking to you that one of the biggest effects that I really want to see more of is decoy. Yeah. So I think that there's a lot of potential in decoy, and that there can be a lot of cool things that you can do with decoy. So like, I don't know, like an effect with decoy that says once this Digimon is deleted, bring back a level 4 from your graveyard or something like that, you know? So like kind of like give it a little more spazz, right? See a little more of decoy out there. And another thing that I remember telling you was that I think that they should give blockers, Black blockers specifically, some effects, right? Because Black already has most of the blockers, right? It's definitely very prevalent. So I think that it would be cool to see blockers with different effects, right? So like a level 5 or a level 6 blocker that can like undeletion and do something, or like unsuspend when, kind of like McNorimon, right? Unsuspend when it deletes a Digimon, for example, and survives, right? Little things like that would definitely up the ante for Black, but I know that you have other specifics that you want to see in Black, so go ahead.
I mean, for me, mainly just a couple things. One is more options for aggression. Mm-hmm. I think we've gotten a lot of stuff for defense. There's one more thing I want in defense, and I'll talk about in a minute, but I think because right now the common game plan in Black is to like, build your wall, get your blockers out, and play very defensively. The thing is though, like, with almost every block, your opponent isn't dumb and gonna swing when they know that you have blockers that can take out the Digimon, so they're gonna build up or try to control your board so that you can't block as you would like to. So, have a way that you don't have to rely on your blockers as much and be able to be more aggressive. And I know they tried with certain cards and archetypes. You have a couple Black War Greymon cards, or just like the War Greymon cards in general are supposed to be like aggressive options. But I feel like it's just like, it's not enough, and it's being too reliant on like one card instead of like relying on the deck to be aggressive. So that's one thing. And I think in terms of defensive options, and I think this would really help like the color and stay within its theme, if they made Black harder to remove as a whole, right? So whether that's with Digimon effects or option cards or whatever, there are some cards, like you have Breath of the Gods, you have Machine Dramon, you have Craniumon, right? These are some cards that help mitigate that, but I think continuing to add to that, make it harder to remove these blockers that I'm putting up. That way I don't feel like I'm putting up blockers just for them to get tossed to the side.
Yeah, of course.
A few turns later.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. To like, if the whole game plan for Black is to build a big blocker, aside from having, like mini archetypes, right? If the whole point for Black is to build up a wall, right, of blockers, make those blockers harder to remove, right? So I think that that's a very good point in terms of that.
Absolutely. And then I think one more thing I would just like toss in there is just like some better search options, right?
Yeah.
Like we have memory, like black memory boost. We have Izzy, right? But other than that, I feel like almost every other color has more ways to search or dig than black does, right? They have like, they gave like the one toy Agumon and the Greymon where it's like if your opponent didn't attack, then you could draw an extra card. Takumi Aibo works with, you know, almost every deck. But I feel like just like every other color, like purple, just like trash draw. Green, ramps very easy. You could digivolve up very quickly, and so you're drawing a lot when you do that. Yellow has dedicated searchers and also things of that nature. Red has searchers with their Agumon, this searcher Agumon, that searcher Agumon, like Shoutmon, Hackmon when he comes out. Like every other color just seems to have more ways to dig and search than black does. So that's another thing I would add in. Definitely. As well. That's on my wish list for black.
That's all just for black.
Just for black.
Are we asking for too much?
Next part.
Yeah. So one thing, and I'm gonna go off the script right now because I remembered it just now. One thing that I really want to see, that we're starting to see a little more, is Digimon with two that can digivolve from two different colors. More Digimon that can digivolve from two different colors. And I think I told you this, right? I see that there's a lot of opportunity for the meta to flourish once we're able to diverge, right? Diverge from one specific color, right? So there's a lot of opportunity for purple and yellow to be synergistic, but yet there's very little ways for yellow to go into purple or for purple to go into yellow. There's actually no way for purple to go into yellow, right? But there's a lot of opportunities for those two to be very synergistic, right? Even a meta breaking deck, right? But we're starting to see a little more of it, right? Like with the Megidramon, I think that it's the one.
Machine Dramon, Machine Dramon is red and black in his Digivolve.
Yes.
And then Chaos Dramon. That he's coming out of BT7.
Yes. So we're starting to see a little more of that, but I want to see like a lot more, right? I think I was telling you about like this crazy green purple build that I would love to do, but right now there's only one Digimon that can go from green to purple, right?
Weirdly too, like why?
For no reason, right? But there's definitely a lot of ways that we can do synergy with different colors without having to just I'm just gonna tech in a tamer so that I'm able to play these options, or for Digimon to digivolve into different color ones, right? So like for example, like Vmon, I think that he can digivolve into, if I'm not mistaken, it's Flamemon. I think that's the one. No,
Vmon into Flamemon.
No, there's one. Oh my gosh, my phone's right there. There's one. Vmon has like a pretty cool Digivolution line.
X-Vmon?
No, there's another one. Did you ever watch the?
Yeah, with the armor.
The one with the the one with like with the fire.
Yeah, dude, I'm totally spaced out.
And then there's another one that I think that would be so cool. That he's like he looks like a dog, and he's like black.
He's got like a black armor around him.
Yeah, black armor around him. And I think that would be like a really cool like blue going to yellow Digimon.
Sure.
Right? So I definitely think that there's a lot of potential in Digimon digivolving outside of like just one color, right?
Sure.
And I really would love to see that. And we're starting to like see it more and more. And finally, with Susanomon, which I can put it in every single freaking deck that I want. So,
absolutely.
Other than that, I'll be talking all day about Susanomon if you don't stop me.
That's for another video.
Yeah. Go right up.
You know, speaking of Susanomon, he was a Digimon that you deeply wanted, and you got. Well, not got yet.
Not yet.
Until like January.
Yeah.
But speaking of Digimon that you want to see, right? What do you want to see? I mean, they've already given us so much.
Yeah.
Right? What else is there that we can ask for?
There is, and I was talking to Martin about this. Shout out to Martin. There's a specific group that I want to see that we already started seeing, which is the Olympus 12, right? So we got Sarismon, which is part of the Olympus 12, and they're Digimon based off of, I think that they're the Greek gods, if I'm not mistaken. And they have some pretty cool Digivolution lines. We already got Sarismon, just give us the rest. And that I think that it would be wild to see another Sarismon and see a lot more Digisorption options.
Oh my gosh.
A lot more Digisorption support on the Olympus 12. But above all, I think that Grace Novamon would be a blast. And to have in the game alongside with other different Digimons. I know that you specifically have a couple that you want to see.
I'm basic, bro. I'm basic. All right, so my basic answer, right, is just like more Omnimon variants, right? So we still haven't seen Zwart Alter B, I believe it is, right? We haven't seen Omnimon Merciful Mode, which hopefully we'll see later. It's funny too. I'd really like to see like if they could incorporate this somehow, but like Omnimon Chibi, who was he was in the video game. That was pretty cool. Maybe make him like a cheap cost level 7 that doesn't do a whole lot, but it'd still be nice to have him. And if I wasn't being basic, and I'm pretty sure because they announced BT8 or like pseudo announced it, and they're leaning towards the Digimon 2, the season 2, right? The next adventure, right? And we might be seeing Imperial Dramon Fighter mode and Paladin mode, right? So hopefully they give us both of them. I'm just a little scared for how strong Imperial Dramon's gonna be because he got so much support in EX01. Now it looks like he's gonna get some more support in BT8, and we're just gonna see Imperial Dramon everywhere. So flood the game.
Cue the memes.
Oh my gosh. So okay.
Yeah. This one you really want to see.
Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about mechanics, right?
Yeah.
What mechanics would you like to see introduced into the game?
I already talked about one very specific one that we're going to be getting. But I want to see it more, obviously, which is top deck manipulation and being able to look at the top deck, see if you want it, leave it there, put it at the bottom if you want. Which we're getting with green and
it's like a scry.
BT7, yeah, like scrying, right? Yeah. Like being able to scry and putting it at the bottom. But I also want to see more useful option cards. Not just the delay mechanic is really cool, but I think that you can do different things with the option cards, right? Like not just delay for memory, right? But you can delay for like deleting a Digimon, or maybe delay for like bringing something back from the graveyard, or delay draw one, right?
More delay effects.
More delay effects that are not just the same one, right? We have a lot of memory boost, but we can do something like draw boost, right? Delete boost, right? Like blue delete boost or black delete boost, something like that, right? Something that where the delay effect will not just gain you memory, but like maybe advance your game plan, right? Like with yellow, I can see something delay minus 3,000 a Digimon, right? And then like you're going to be able to do your game plan and then delay and finish it off with that, right? So that's a mechanic that I would like to see. But what about you?
Well, you can tell by the color I primarily play that I'm not really trying to win that much, right? So I'm really like in it for the fun, and a couple fun things that I would like to see is mainly just like a variation of the game that's multiplayer based. Stick around to see us try to build that ourselves and play it with a group of friends. But yeah, just like, I don't know, somehow incorporate where you could play like up to 4 players and maybe you're like 2 and 2 or like a free-for-all kind of thing, and you're just like, playing with friends just for kicks. It doesn't have to be competitive, just, you're all playing like, it doesn't matter, like red, you got blue, you get purple, you get yellow, and all of you just like going back, and then you go, team up on that guy, get that guy. It's fun. Like Commander in Magic is really fun.
We're very big Commander players.
Yeah.
So.
One more thing I would add, and I don't expect this to come, but it'd be cool to have like almost like a Commander Digimon, right? Either like a specific level 6 or level 7, maybe like that you can only run one of.
Maybe like a Tamer.
Or Commander Tamer.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, right? Something that could like really I don't know, spice up the game,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, something that you bring out as like your trump card.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be pretty fun. But other than that, I think the game is pretty fun as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to continue balancing it and not make certain colors so strong in a set. Like I wish they like looked really hard at the meta, looked at all of the cards, what everyone's playing and doing, and they said, let's really like balance it all out the best that we can. Of course, like it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be holes that you'll miss.
Yeah.
But I really desire balance,
of course,
in the game.
Definitely. Well, that's it, guys. That's our wish list for the upcoming meta of Digimon TCG. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a couple of these. Maybe we won't. The Olympus 12, come on. But what do you guys want to see in the future? Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to tell us, hey, I would like to see this. Hey, I would love to see you guys play a Commander game of Digimon, or a 2v2, something. Don't forget to ring the bell, and see you guys in the next one.
Stay stacking.
Stay stacking.